I-burnout ayingazili izandla. Ngizocela nimnikeni izandla uMakhafulaVilakazi. Thank you.
Hey, Sanmalani. Njani? This one is one of the, I don't know. Sure. That's all right. Hamba noNhlanhla, ngisamokinga ngimazi uNhlanhla from Photography People. Ngiyayela izandla. So, this first poem is a poem from Kodela. I just wrote it, so I may be on it off. It's an order for my daughter. Mutwanamba Wamaraji Chibulu Chakubula Mbiu Bone Balupai Morangi. I want you to know that before water was soil. Red, breathing the memory of the ancestors who held the rhythm of Komalungwalo, and whose heartbeat echoed the hills of Maranje, a place where the wind still carries their final breath, where graves are marked with stones that remember their names in languages older than conquest. Here, the stubborn soil refuses to yield to the laughter of women whose joy has been bent by time, of lullabies of women who build homes with hands cracked open by the sun, of grandmothers whose stories grow into trees, of rivers that know the sound of forgiveness. Maranje, the place of red mornings heavy with dew, of goats flitting in distant crowds, of velvet smokes, of burning wood, of low songs of labor, a place of deep, patient, defiant tongues wrapped in bones, of prophets and poets, of warriors and rivers who whisper in your sleep that you are their return. So, when you touch the soil, dear child, when your fingers sink into its warmth, you must know that you are touching the shadow of women who refuse to bow, whose names are buried beneath the soil, waiting for you to dig them up and carry them with your voice. You, dear child, are living proof that their journey did not end. But, dear child, before you learn to swim, I want you to learn that the water is not blue. It is blood blue. It is not deep. It is dead. It is a moving grave, and each wave spills bones. And when it kisses your cheeks, it kisses the borrowed breath of mouths who leapt from wooden bellies of slave ships. Their hearts bruised and stubborn, their soils tailored and fear, their eyes still searching for a sky that remembered their names. You must know that they jumped not because the chains could contain them. They jumped because the chains could not contain the thunder in their blood. They jumped because they wanted to be free, even if freedom meant falling. They jumped with half-spoken prayers. I want you to know that the water bleeds out bodies who were tossed because sugar weighed more than their lives, whose deaths are written in ledgers. You must know that the sea swallowed lovers still carrying each other's names. That beneath the water, that the seaweeds are intertwined like their limbs, drifting like lost prayers. That the sea is paved with proud spines and reeds that once carried laughter. It rocks them gently, sings to them softly, turning their pain into tide. You must know that the sea carries the cries of babies swallowed by thunder, their umbilical cords woven into grief. It carries cries of babies who lived just long enough to open their eyes, of babies who were thrown into the ocean still warm from their mothers' bodies. The sea carries tiny fingers reaching out for a mother's breast, and each child that retreats carries milk that never fed and tears that never dried. And if you ever listen closely to the sounds of the shore, you hear the other side of the sea, where chains have rusted into hands where sorrow has learned to speak, where drums became blues, where pain became gospel. In that land across the sea, your ancestors rebuilt their bed from ashes. They turned their mornings into songs. They turned their bondage into rhythm. There, black hands picked cotton and planted a vineyard. Black voices rose in churches filled of tears. Black feet marched through the streets, demanding the sun. The same blood that crossed the Atlantic still runs in it. Half of it is shaped by the soil, half by the struggle. And all of it is holy. So remember, my child, you are not divided. You are the bridge. You are the meeting of tide and winds, of sorrow and song. You are the dream the ocean refused to drown. Yeah, so that's called the weight of voice.